Dear students, in the last video we studied the exercise examples up to the 2.8. Now we will see the exercise example 2.9. See what is given in that example. The three capacitors are of 9 microfarad are connected in series, right? So find out the equivalent capacitance of the series combinations and what is the potential drop across each capacitor. These are the two questions. First of all, the three capacitors each are of 9 picofarads and they are connected in series. See, we know the series combination. First of all, this is the first capacitor. At the second end of the capacitor, we will join the first end of the second capacitor. So this is the second capacitor. Here it is the third capacitor. So these are the three capacitors, each of 9 picofarad, and it is also 9 picofarad. They are connected, right? The question is, find out the equivalent capacitance of these three capacitors. We will write over here C1 equal to 9, C1 equal to C2 equal to C3 equal to 9 picofarad when they are connected in series. So we know the formula, 1 by C equivalent equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. So 1 by C equivalent equal to 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9. C1, C2, C3 are of 9 picofarad. So 1 by C equivalent equal to 3 times 1 by 9. So 3 3s are 9. So you will get 1 by 3. So you will get C equivalent equal to 3, right, picofarad. So it is your answer. So equivalent capacitance of this combination is 3 picofarad. Now the next question is, what is the potential drop across each capacitor? That we are going to find out. See, what is the potential difference across each capacitor if the combination is connected to the 120 volt supply. See, this combination is connected to the supply of 120 volt. It is plus, it is minus, right? It is C1, C2 and C3. It is C1, C2 and C3. These are the three capacitors. See students, these three capacitors are in series, so current will not divide. Obviously we can say that I is directly proportional to Q, so Q charge will not divide. Charge on each capacitor, on C1, on C2 and C3, the charge will remain the same, right? Here voltage drop across the first capacitor. Suppose voltage drop across the first capacitor is V1, voltage drop across the second capacitor is V2, and voltage drop across the third capacitor is suppose V3. And what we know that V1 plus V2 plus V3 equal to 120 volt, that we know, right? So we will write over here V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Right? What is V? That is 120. What is V1? What is V1? What we can write? We know the basic formula, C equal to Q by V. So V equal to, we can write Q by C. Right? So we can write for the V1, we can write Q by C1. What we can write for V2? Also we can write Q by C2. Q by C2. For the V3 we can write Q by C3. See, charge will not divide. So charge on first capacitor, on second capacitor and third capacitor will be same. Charge on first capacitor, charge on second capacitor and charge on third capacitor. V1, V2, V3 are the potential drop across the three capacitors, 1, 2 and 3, right? In the series combination, we have already studied, in the series combination, voltage will divide. That's why we will write like this. Okay, so 120 equal to this. So again, see over here, 120 equal to, you can take Q outside, common. So Q will be outside. We will write 1 by C1 means 9. Again 1 by C1 means 9. Again 1 by C2, C1, C2 and C3. That is 9. So 120 equal to Q as it is. 3 times 1 by 9. So we will write 120 as it is. Q equal to, we will write 1 by 3. Correct? So 120 equal to Q by 3. So you can get the value 3, it is 3 picofarad, right? So Q equal to, you can calculate 120 multiplied by 3 picofarad, right? So you will write the value of Q, 120 multiplied by 3 multiplied, pico means what? 10 to the power minus 12, right? So in this way you can write, that is 360, 12 3s are, it is 360 Q equal to 360 10 to the power minus 12 farad, right? But the question is, what is the voltage drop across the first capacitor, second capacitor and third capacitor? Means calculate the value of V1, V2 and V3. We can easily calculate the value of V1, V2, V3. See what we write over here, V1 equal to Q1 by C1. So V1 equal to Q by C1. What is the value of Q? That is 360 10 to the power minus 12 divided by C1. C1 equal to what? 9. So 9 4s are, that is 40 into 10 to the power minus 12. So V1 equal to 40 into 10 to the power 12 volt. That will be your answer. Correct? Similarly, what is V2? Again we will write V2 equal to Q by C2. So Q by C2 you can write. The value of Q, we know that 360 10 to the power minus 12 divided by C2 equal to what? C2 equal to again 9. So again it becomes 40 10 to the power minus 12, 9 picofarad. It is also a picofarad, means 10 to the power minus 12. This 12 get cancelled. 9 picofarad, 10 to the power minus 12. Minus 12 get cancelled. So only 40 will be the answer. Only 40. Here also only 40, right? Minus 12 get cancelled. Similarly, for the V3 also, we can get the answer 40 volt. 40 volt. 40 volt. If you take the addition, V1 plus V2 plus V3, 40 plus 40 plus 40, 120. So it is 120, right? So in this way, we have completed the example number 2.9. See the next example, 2.10. You just pause the video and you just copy down this numerical. Okay, moving towards the next question, 2.10. Actually it is 2.6. It was 2.6. It's a mistake. It is at 2.6. This numerical is of 2.6. Okay, the next numerical that we are going to see. Now we will see 2.7. Right? What is the question? 2.7. 3 capacitors, each of 2 picofarad, 3 picofarad and 4 picofarads are connected in parallel. The 3 capacitors are given 2, 3 and 4 picofarads and they are connected in parallel. First question, what is the total capacitance of the combination? They are connected in parallel. First of all, we will draw the diagram. See, this is the first capacitor of 2 picofarad, second capacitor of 3 picofarad, third capacitors of 4 picofarad. They are connected in parallel. So all the ends are connected at one point. all the ends on the right hand side are connected at the one point, right? So what is the equivalent capacitance of this combination? It is of 2 picofarad, it is of 3 picofarad, and it is of 4 picofarad. So equivalent capacitance C1, suppose C2, and it is C3. So equivalent capacitance of this series parallel combination, C equivalent equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. This will be the formula for parallel combination. So we know that it is 2, it is 3, it is 4. 4 plus 3, 7 plus 2, 9. So 9 picofarad is the your answer of C equivalent parallel combination, equivalence of the parallel combination. Answer will be 9 picofarad. The next question, determine charge on each capacitor if the combination is connected to the 100 volt supply. Now suppose this combination is connected to the 100 volt supply. Battery is connected here 100 volt, right? 100 volt. V equal to, it is plus, it is minus. The question is find charge on each capacitor. See here, this is the direction of current. The current has 3 paths now. When the capacitors are connected in parallel combination, current will divide. So as we know that current is directly proportional to charge, so therefore charge will divide over here. So charge on first capacitor will, suppose Q1 is the charge on first capacitor, Q2 is the charge on the second capacitor, and Q3 is the charge on the third capacitor. But what about voltage? Voltage will be equal for all the 3 capacitors. The capacitor, first capacitor having voltage of 100 volt, second capacitor having a voltage of 100 volt, and C3 also got the 100 volt because they are connected in parallel combinations. In the parallel combination, voltage is not divided. So the first capacitor has got 100 volt, second also 100 volt, and third capacitor is also connected to the 100 volt, right? So with the help of basic formula, that is, we know that C equal to what? We know that C equal to Q by V, right? We want to calculate charge, therefore formula for Q equal to C into V. We will write for first capacitor, right? Q1 equal to what is C1 into V, right? What is the value of C1? That is 2 picofarad. So just 2 into 10 to the power minus 12, and V equal to 100 volt. So it is 100. So you can calculate 100 into 2, that is 200, 10 to the power minus 12, that is Q1, right? Coulomb. So this is your charge on first capacitor. Similarly, you can calculate charge on second capacitor using same formula. Instead of Q1 we will write Q2, instead of C1 we will write C2, into V will remain as it is. Voltage will not divide. Voltage for all the capacitor is same because they are in parallel, they are connected parallelly, that's why. What is the value of C2? That is 3 picofarad. 3 into minus 12, V equal to 100. So you get 300 10 to the power minus 12 coulomb. This is the value of Q2. Similarly for charge on third capacitor. Charge on third capacitor. So charge on third capacitor will be, that is Q equal to Q3 equal to C2 into V. C2 equal to what? That is 4. 4 into 10 to the power minus 12, and voltage is 100 volt. Your answer will be 400 10 to the power minus 12 Q3 coulomb. In this way we completed this example over here, right? The next example that we are going to see, that is 2.8. See what is the 2.8. In the parallel plate capacitor with air between them, 2.8. The new example 2.8. Area of plates are given. See what are the things. We are going to read the question. See, in a parallel plate capacitor with air between the plates, each plate has a area 6 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter square. So area of the plates is given. Area of plate A equal to 6 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter square. Distance between the two plates, that is D equal to 3 millimeter. 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter, that is D is given. Next question, next line, calculate the capacitance of the capacitor, right? Calculate the capacitance. C equal to question mark. You can easily calculate using the formula C equal to epsilon 0 A by D. When the air medium is present, you just use the epsilon 0. If the air medium, instead of air medium there is a dielectric medium, you can write only epsilon, right? So put the value epsilon 0 8.85 10 to the power minus 12. Area is given, that is 6 into 10 to the power minus 3, and D is also given. 3 millimeter means 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 you can write. So in this way you can calculate the capacitance of the capacitor by doing the calculation, and that is nearly 18 picofarad. The capacitance of the capacitor is nearly 17.7 something is the answer. We can write it is nearly equal to the 18 picofarad. The next question, what is the charge on such a capacitor? So again we know the basic course, C equal to Q by V, right? When the capacitor is connected to the 100 volt supply, V is given 100 volts, correct? So charge equal to what we can write? C into V we can write. C is already we have calculated 18 picofarad. So write down 18 10 to the power minus 12, and V equal to again that is 100 volt. So you can calculate charge on the capacitor, and that is near about, you can easily get your answer, right? 18 that is 200, that is minus 12. So near about 18 10 to the power minus 10 coulomb. Minus 10 coulomb will be your answer, right? Yes, minus 10. That is your. In this way, we completed the example number 2.8. 2.9 will be homework for you. 2.10 will be also homework for you, because 2.10 is a very easy example. That is, what is the given? 12 picofarad capacitor is connected to the 50 volt battery. How much electrostatic energy will be stored in the capacitor? You just use the formula U equal to half CV square. C is given, V is given. You can easily get the answer, right? And 2.11 that we have already completed. So students, in this way we completed the exercise of the chapter number 2. Thank you.